think we do a really good job of making sure that the players in our program are our focal point. None of this would be possible without the players' hard work, their dedication, their energy and enthusiasm, the parents' ability to trust us as a program and as coaches and staff, and just giving us their time.
We really, really pride ourselves, like Russell said, we really pride ourselves on trying to put the player first. For me, I was looking around trying to figure out where I fit in the scheme of helping student athletes in their future endeavors. Trying to really figure out, okay, how do we really put kids first? How do we really focus on their goals? How do we really give them the necessary tools to reach whatever height they want to reach? And in going through that and kind of working time and time again, thinking about it long and hard, having a lot of conversations with Russell, having a lot of conversations with people affiliated with LA League, it kind of really wasn't a very difficult choice, just based on all those certain criteria that I kind of worked through myself. And since being here, since working with everyone, I love it and I'm super excited.
Why I started it, I kept getting bugged by a group of 8 or 9 kids to coach club basketball. And I didn't want to coach it again. I was already part of it. I saw the political side. I saw the negative side. I wasn't a fan. And I said, just coach us for 3 years, get us to high school, and you can stop. So that was the plan. Just help them develop, help them get better. That group, we got really close. We got really tight. Parents saw that, watching, playing against us, and word of mouth spread. And 2-3 years later, we had 16 teams in the program. I quit my day job and just put all the time in for this. Yeah, I think our 15s were in Adidas Gold last year and had a really successful year. Our whole program's on Adidas Gold this year. And talking with the West Coast Adidas reps, and what they've said about us is, we notice that you do things the right way, right? And that's why you're on Adidas Gold. We want to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to properly promote our kids as people and as players. And I think the investment into social media, into YouTube, into film, into photos, into the grand scheme of things is really important. We have seen over the last few years the true power of social media. As a random individual, no one of fame or clout or value, you can change a lot of people's perspective and views and opinions with one single post and one single thing that you feel is important for the world to know. And I think we can do that with helping our players and putting them in a position to be successful. Like I said, there's a story that I love to tell. One day, Kevin and I, we noticed our players on our program were getting stronger and they had, college ability and college potential. So one day we sat down in front of a computer. We looked up every single school in the country, and we copied and pasted every single email and put it into our email database. And started reaching out to coaches that way because we didn't have any general connections. I go to 20 to 30 college practices a year just because I know that somebody has to work hard for these kids' behalf. And it's not about me, it's not about our program, it's not even about Los Angeles League. It's just a general understanding that as adults, we have to make sure we're guiding our youth to be better than us. One of the greatest compliments we've received from college coaches is, you guys always do things the right way and you do them for the right reasons, and that's why we will continue to recruit kids from your program, because our kids have gone to these college programs and not only have they been successful on the court, they've been better off the court. They can trust they're going to get their schoolwork done, they can trust they're going to be on time, they can trust they're going to be reliable, they can trust that they're going to have open dialogue, and that's an amazing thing to hear from college coaches to us. You're successful when you work hard. The more time you put into your craft, the better you'll become. And I think that's something we really pride ourselves on. There's a lot of clubs that do not practice. There's a lot of clubs that kind of just do walkthroughs before games and really don't dedicate time to player development. And I think we're really focused on putting more effort into players' time on the court. So we practice 2 to 3 times a week. We give 45-minute skill sessions every practice. Really putting more time in practice in the games and just holding them accountable. We've truly invested in our staff this year. We had good people in the past 5-6 years, but we've really gone out and searched people like Jason who have a big heart, who have a genuine care and interest for children's well-being, and will sacrifice anything personally to make sure that they're in a better position than they were before joining our program. I think that's one of the big things. The second thing for our players is putting them in the best position to always be their best, right? And if they fail, it's okay. Teach them that failure is okay, and that'll lead to success. If they succeed, tell them not to be satisfied with success and strive for greater goals. Just always finding a way to challenge them. And that starts with the people that we hire to put around them on a consistent basis, who they can look up to, who they can grow with, and learn from.
I think it starts with just a general expectation of being prepared and making sure that we're doing everything that we can from the front end of things to be prepared for the back end. Being prepared to compete before we actually compete. Being mentally prepared, being physically prepared. That's the beginning of it all. Talent-wise, I always say talent usually it's as good as it's gonna be until it's pushed more.
And we go back to what we talked about earlier, is hard work will get you success, right? The preparation, the mentality to succeed against whoever you're facing with is really important. And I think that's why we've started to attract some better talent. But it's not enough. It's not about the kids' talent, because if we're not helping affect them as people, we're failing. Anyone can help these kids with basketball. There's tons of trainers, there's tons of club programs, there's tons of resources they have, but not everyone's investing to who they are as people, and that's our goal.
We're gonna come to compete. We're not gonna back down.
Players first.